Hi, and welcome to One Coast's fourth Emotional Intelligence Training video. Over the past few weeks, we've looked at what emotional intelligence is, how it affects your mind, body, and relationships, and then last week we looked at your personal competence, or how you manage your own emotions. In this week's video, we're going to look at your social competence, how you read, respond, and manage the emotions of other people. Just like your personal competence, social competence is based around two parts, centering around the idea of what you see or feel, and then what you do. These are your social awareness and your relationship management skills. Last week I mentioned that your self-awareness acts kind of like a base for all your other skills to build off of. This is especially true for your social awareness. If you're out of tune with your own emotions, typically you'll be poor at reading the emotions of other people. To have high social awareness, you need to be able to observe and recognize the moods, emotions, and personality tendencies of other people. This will allow you to understand how others feel and understand how to manage a difficult conflict or situation in order to create a positive outcome with that person. Knowing what emotions look like and feel like within yourself is a gigantic step towards recognizing them in other people. However, it's not the only way to have a high social intelligence. A lot of times we can visibly see someone's mood or emotion, or at least maybe pick up a feeling from another person because of that open loop nature our brains have to pick up on the emotions of others. This might alert us that something's going on, but what and the reason behind that mood or emotion might be harder to discern. To raise our social competence as a whole, we really need to be better listeners and observers of people. This not only helps us see their current moods and emotions, but will also let us understand more about the other person in order to know how to handle times of conflict as well as just casual conversation with them better. There are several ways we can improve our social awareness. One is to actually listen to people. Listen to what they have to say and process the entire meaning before thinking of a response or a comeback. And always be looking for clues about their personality as well. Do they seem more or less open to new ideas? Do they like details or do they like broad ideas? Are they agreeable? Are they extroverted? Are they worrisome? All of these things give you clues to their personality and how they might like to handle situations. As important as what they say is also how they say things, and there's also clues in that. Listen for the pitch of their voice, the speed at which they speak. How long are they talking? Are they breathing a lot when they're speaking? Are they taking pauses? All of this can give clues to their emotional state. But unfortunately, people aren't always truthful with their words, so it also helps to look at people's body language. Look for facial expressions that might indicate anger or fear, or maybe just something contradictory to what their words are saying. Also look at people's body positioning. Do they seem comfortable, guarded, insecure? This all allows you to predict their emotions and how they might respond to something. Also ask questions. If something they say doesn't match how they said it, explore more. Most people won't just completely open up to you unsolicited. You need to ask questions about why and what is causing them to feel that way. You can build trust by just listening and being genuinely interested in them. Using your social awareness becomes a vital step to mastering the last core skill, relationship management. If you can understand the moods and emotions a person is going through and know how they like to interact and solve issues, then you'll have a much clearer idea of how to handle potential conflicts with that person in order to have a positive and successful outcome. Relationship management asks you to put all three core skills into practice. It's the ability to recognize your emotions and needs in a situation as well as other people's, and then leverage that knowledge to create a positive outcome and deepen the relationship. This skill requires you to be able to empathize with others you interact with, so not only recognize their emotional state, but feel what it feels like to be in that state. This can give you a better idea of how to respond to them in a way that's productive to their needs. Empathy requires enough calm and receptivity so that subtle signs of feelings from another person can be picked up by your emotional brain. So you must manage your emotions to avoid a hijacking to feel empathy. Knowing the person and personality is also important to managing the relationship. If someone isn't very open to new ideas and you emphasize all the changes that are coming with the new season, they might be overwhelmed. But if you can accomplish the same task while keeping in mind their emotions and preferences, then it'll be a positive outcome for all, and you can head off a conflict before it even starts. So if we can understand our own emotions during a situation and manage them so as not to react negatively, and then also understand the emotions and viewpoints of other people we interact with, then that will allow us to create positive solutions and maintain a positive relationship with those involved. And that is the point of working on your emotional intelligence. Thank you all so much for watching over the last several weeks. I hope these have been informative and a fun way to learn about emotional intelligence. I look forward to seeing you all at NSCM in a few weeks.